Any kind of dilly-dallying, that's the government. Any kind of pussyfooting, that's the government. Any kind of act that's designed to delay or deprive you and me right now of getting full rights, that's the government that's responsible.
And when that individual comes, I make no apologies for what I'm about to say.
Rough, rugged and real, you're on standstill to obey your case, so let the man build. Words of rapture that you have to capture, and I just slapped ya with a handful of literature. This dope, deaf, fresh, hype, choice, smooth and raw. Rappers I replace, rub out and erase. Competition, you must be on freebase, smoking or joking, bound to be broken. Now get your damn hands off the mic that I'm choking. Cause I got a stranglehold. You're still cold on parole for the role you stole. Rhymes that you yell out, but you did sell out. Crossed over, lost over here, now get the hell out. I'm not a pop star, rock and roller, I'm a rebel, blessed, able to hold a mic like a hammer, and drop grammar, treat a rapper like a wrestler, and body slam them. Those who dispute get treated just like a prostitute. They get the boot and played like a flute, so just play mute. Don't even whisper, open your mouth to speak, and I'ma dish your ragtag and dog. Put you in the morgue because you're petty, confetti, and not ready to rock steady. In other words, you're half-stepping, tiptoeing, get going, because my weapon is not a 9, a Uzi, or a shotgun. But when it come to hype rhymes, I got one. Just like the album is still the same. Long live the cane, ain't a damn thing changed. I still get ill and kill at will and build the skill to fill your grill, so don't tell me you're real. We sample beats, you sue and try to fight us. Man, you still be home with arthritis. If we didn't revive and bring back alive old beats that we appreciated, you wouldn't survive. You'd be another memory to us. Ashes to ashes and dust to dust. So understand the way that I live, that's positive. And the message I got to give is a benefit for you and me. I'm talking about P-E-A-C-E. The chosen one that has turned the new leaf. I got gold teeth and they don't chew beef. No pork on my fork, strictly fish on my dish. The cane fallen victim, sucker you wish. I flow like water, slaughter, put you out of order. Floored ya. Rappers are ragging and tagging and snagging and bragging to be on the bandwagon, but I'm the last dragon with the knack to attract the pack, so just get back. I'm young, gifted, and black.
Yeah, once again, I want to welcome everybody to another edition of Black Poet Matters, our monthly virtual poetry event. Once again, thanking you all for joining us this evening. Want to welcome you one and all, and once again definitely appreciating everybody for joining in and tuning in this evening once again to Black Poet Matters, a poetic soundtrack for the times. Once again, this is a monthly poetry event that we do here right on Bassment Entertainment, so make sure you like the Bassment Entertainment page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, also follow us on Instagram, all of your favorite social media outlets, and also share it to all of your family and your friends as well. We definitely appreciate all of the love and support that has been generated, month after month as we continue to bring this program out to you all. So once again, just remember that the Black Poet Matters is a celebration and showcase of the Black poetic voice from poets of the African Diaspora who are conscious and brilliant. It is also a celebration of Black music where our souls meet songs, sound, and rhythms. And here we have Black Poets Edition, the truth of their matters, creating a poetic soundtrack for the times. And also, as we present the poets one by one this evening, we also encourage you all to support the book by this collective here. Some of the poets that will be performing on this show, you'll be able to read some of their work in our book, The Black Poet Matters, a poetic anthology for the times. That's available on lulu.com. The link will be posted out there for everybody that's watching live. But once again, we encourage everybody to support that book, as well as the books of the poets that will be performing individually. They have books of their own, and those links will be provided. But if you have joined us through our Facebook event page, the links for the various books, the various social media outlets are there as well. So once again, just thanking you all for joining us this evening as we continue to move forward with our program this evening. And I'm going to introduce to you the first performer of the evening. She goes by the name of Poet Rass Fiyaa, and she's born in the Gulf of Mexico, now residing in El Paso, Texas. And she's a mother of 2 sons, a voice for prison reform, a mental health advocate, as well as a pleasure poet pursuing her first dream of creating unconquerable spaces for vulnerability and sensuality in the poetic world. A kingmaker, queen mentor, advocate of compassion and love, a co-host of the Grapevine Sway LLC open mic that she hosts on Tuesday nights, as well as the co-host of the award-winning El Paso Barbed Wire open mic series, which airs every Monday. She's also a member of the Poetry Global Network, where she co-hosts Breathe Poet. She's a published author of CPR to My Dreams. Once again, we'll post that link out there so you can support that. And she also has another book called My Abyss, I Wrote Him Free, a poetic depiction of incarcerated love. She has works included in 5 anthologies, including Salute to Black Women and Salute to Black Men poetry collections, as well as Global Poets Drop the Mic anthology. Her most recent publication is in Life in the Times, a Border Census project in response to living in a pandemic. She is love, peace, and light, pursuing abundance. So once again, we're going to introduce you all this evening to Poet Rass Fiyaa.
Maybe we needed time away. There is this issue of a soulmate, the fact that you only get what you really believe in. I do not think most people believe in soulmates, a conversation I do not want to have. I know you found me. The day I hold you in my arms again, I will know God exists. With you, I do not need success. No success every time that black skin walks through the door. Harmony. Harmony. Standing next to grace. I take one look at this man's face and I know I have found alignment. Climates may change, though times do come. Tough times do come for some, but for us, we have harmony. A charm to see, dangling under a full-grown beard. We ran for years just to be faced with queer endearments. We persevered because unbeknownst to us, there is this decadent charm, you see. We have harmony. Our love. I rolled over this morning to grab you, eyes bucked, could not find you, set up to realize my miracle materialized. You are outside with the boys early this morning. I turned to the side of the bed, let my feet dangle. Prayed to see life from this angle. Look at the sunrise, joy in these eyes. Last night we put up a tent, veggies on the grill, got the big screen up, just enjoying our kids and our second chance. The mission is to love. I will always choose you. So glad I chose you. I believed, and now you are here with me. We will wake up to each other for the rest of our lives. I see wonder in these eyes, wonder in each new day. This is called Prison Song. They were boys who played with toys, boys that wanted to be leaders, that had dreams of being builders, boys who looked for a hero and could not find one, so they made one from fictional characters. Stoic and Black Panther, actors on a screen fulfilling the American dream, reciting lines from a scene that they compare to the desires of their hearts. Boys, boys with toys, boys who had big dreams. Tonka trucks, Hot Wheels, metal bars, cold steel, bloody toes, juice spills. Boys with dreams of living, giving to a society that robbed them, broke them intentionally, taught to tower through thunder, perpetuating premeditated plunder. Boys who are not aware they are preyed upon, a pact to feel broken, sourceless. Boys with rage, pack brown skin in an empty cage. 3-strike rule for the angry fool. Free boys to be caged men, living in the fair opposite of a dream far beyond humanistic means, the lowest form of a human being. Beautiful boys in cages, wages piled high to the sky for the cost of your pride. Admit to it and get 8 years, deny and lose your life. Prison song. Prison dreams, destined it seems. I mean, where are our heroes? Where are our heroes? In jail, praying to a God in the sky for justice here on earth. They were boys who saw mama pray, and that is how they knew to stay safe. So they pray and pray and pray as they are preyed upon. This prison song. 70% of our families are not families. 7 men, 1 cell. 70 times 70 waiting for hope to prevail. Dreams of getting out of this hell. They were boys with toys, and mama told them to stand up for who they are. Keep your pride, head held high. And if it's the truth, tell no lies. Never thought the truth would take my life. They were boys playing under a tree. Now, grown men begging to be free. Yearning, how I long to be free. Free lessons earned captivity. Injustice rights, we have become piles of pins. Liberty creeps, she meets me in the end. I am not my hair is the farthest from the truth. Every strand, every coil representing my roots, my nappy roots. Every stanza in this verse of cursed coils, round lips, big hips, fingertips dipped in olive oil, attempting to saturate the unmanageable. My hair ain't fair, but somebody's got to do it. So I do it for the ancestors and the perpetrators attempting to straighten out this maze of Maine. These cosmic waves, they praised me for the hot tools. Chi and blue magic attempting to reverse the nature course of this coarsedom. My hair. No one cares. My mother hates my pride. I consider my ancestry, my hair, a melody to my eulogy. To say my hair is not me is to say I am a lie. Coyly, tears I cry. I am my hair. It ain't fair, but it's true. Coyly, kinky, transparency. Blue magic could never suffocate. We replicate the motherland in every single strand. I am my hair. Thank y'all.
Yeah, once again, just give it up for the poet, Rass. Fiyaa. A link for her book is out there in the chat for those that want to purchase that. I know that some of the poems that she read were from that, as well as many of the other works that she has out there. So once again, just give it up for her, clap it up for her, and we know that she can hear y'all, even virtually. So once again, give it up for the poet Rass Fiyaa, as she's came forth on her second go round with us this evening, and definitely well appreciated for joining us once again, and also for sharing this. Everybody else out there, just once again, just like and subscribe. Like our Facebook page, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Instagram. And once again, you can share it all to your friends. So once again, we're going to continue on with the program as we continue to move forward. And I will introduce to you at this time the co-producer of the Black Poet Matters, this monthly virtual poetry event that we have in effect here. He goes by the name of Christopher D. Sims, who is a writer, performance artist, essayist, and Pan-African thought leader. Combining the culture and history of the African diaspora, he uses truth-telling and storytelling to get his messages across. Unapologetically pro-Black, his aim is to represent Black writing and performance art at the highest levels. He is a published writer as well as a professional. He also has professional studio releases to his credit. He is also co-founder, once again, as we just mentioned, and co-producer of this event, this monthly event here, the Black Poet Matters, a poetic soundtrack for the times. So once again, everybody out there, introducing to you Mr. Christopher D. Sims.
In America, you'll never be free. Middle fingers up, fuck the police. Damn, can a nigga just breathe? Brave heart, still QB's finest. Grinding enough diamonds to change the climate. Not only do you see a nigga shining, you can see a nigga breathe. Jewels enchanted like they was new from Atlantis. Cruise with the hammer, jealous hearted can't stand them. Haters are scandalous. Damn, can't a nigga just breathe? To all my niggas getting money in the streets, middle fingers up, fuck the police. Light up my trees, and I just breathe. I twist them, baby mama beat victim. Chronically hitting all kinds of heat with them. Wisdom from pot to piss in the high position. Intense hustle, it's pain like a pinched muscle. Till it rains and my Tim's stain my socks. Till I dodge enough shots and the presiding judge slams a mallet. It's his life, I'm a guap. Then I cop, then I yacht, then I die.
Peace. Thank you for that beautiful introduction, brother Benyamin. Peace to the whole Black Poet Matters franchise. I like to call it because that's exactly what we are, as we're making it happen across social media platforms across the globe. Glad to be co-founder, co-producer of this beautiful platform, format, all that good stuff. So shout out brother Burnett Coleman. Tomorrow's his birthday and so is mine. So divine love and truth in full effect. So I'll get going with my set now. I am a word warrior, sorcerer of sonic sounds who's infinitely bound to the beauty of the universe, which I bring to life through verse. I am a word warrior, use words to combat ignorance, negativity, and self-destruction. Each word is encoded with instructions to annihilate our regressive activity. It's instilled with peace and positivity so we discover our talents, gifts, abilities. I am a word warrior. I am in harmony with the heaven within. Once I meditate heavily, my diction becomes medicine. Once I focus and then begin, the universe becomes a sacredness that seeps from my pen. I transcend time with reason and rhyme to climb the divine, and at the same time I discover the sunshine, creating a revolution of thought line after line after line. Word warrior, traveling revel of our infinite galaxy. With tenacity, I display grammatical mastery. My capacity to defy verbal gravity is just a gift naturally. Words, weapons, wisdom, grammar, vernacular, diction, language, dialogue, conversation, lyrics, verses, poetical demonstrations. I swim inside the softness of syllables to become liquidly lyrical. My thought process is rhythmical. When there's one individual, miracles take place. I embrace the intelligence, elegance of the universe. Out of me is beauty, burst. Word warrior creating cosmic dialect not yet found. I'm connected to beauty, to passion, to fire. I'm connected to beauty, passion, and fire. I'm connected to beauty, passion, and fire. I am rhyme and reason. It is beyond desire. Word warrior. And that's that piece. It's always a good piece to jump right in, man. This is what we call performance art. So up next, I think I'll drop this piece. And I'm a huge fan of jazz music, been listening to it all this month pretty much, and throughout the year I'm chiming in, diving into some jazz. So this is kind of I know it's jazz music. Jazz be dripping from her tongue like staccato renditions of Coltrane melodies. Heavenly concoction of curing charisma melts from her melodic tongue. She be warm with words, wonderful with wisdom and enchantments. I feel the fire enhancement when she speaks to my soul like sultry jazz beats. Beats. Her speech personifies passion. When she opens her mouth, you hear Miles Davis and images of jazz clubs conquer your spirit. Soul sister be slick, hip, I get high off her hues of various verbal voodoo. Off her tongue, music slides, takes you on rides of rhythmic fantasies. She'll make you bare your spirit without even having to ask you. Her sweet sensations are honeydew drenched, hot and intense, makes me flinch. I want to explore her every inch, then pinch myself to make sure that it is real. I want to reveal to her my fears, secrets, passions, dreams, hopes, just to get a quick shot of her dopeness. I want to elope with Miss because she's Sarah Vaughan reincarnate. Her jazz gibberish is like black licorice, and I want to melt it and drink it like water. Yep, that's jazz be dripping from her tongue. Written many a moons ago, but still a piece I like to ride these poetry sets with. Here's another piece from off the mind. Keep memorized. When I become fused, settled into your wordplay, the most beautiful things serenade my soul. I feel like an innocent child, gleefully discovering the certainties of living carefree. Automatically, I want to cuddle under your grammatical chemistry and let it comfort, caress, consume, and console me. I want to lay next to your devastating diction and let it breathe softly on my neck, then whisper sweet things and smile about it in my dreams. I want to smile when I hear your spoken word harmony, charming me and disarming the strength I possess, and let each and every word baptize my being and cleanse my soul like water. Because your words are wind soft aloft clouds, sweet genuine amidst the sunshine, clever daffodils that cast spells at will. And through them I see the science of hieroglyphics, discover all ancient mysteries, learn of all things important and intricate. Make love to my mind, you word warrior, syllable soldier, lyrical enforcer. Transform me with traditional griotic telepathy. Feed me. Your vital Venice vocabulary that I need to proceed. And that's that piece. Yeah, man, thank you all for tuning in to Black Poet Matters. I'm not quite done with my set, but I just wanted to say that real quick. Thank you all for being Black. Thank you all for being a part of the African Diaspora. Thank you all for showing love and support. Thank y'all for tuning in. No doubt, no doubt. Poets be up in the house. One more piece and I'm done. Let me see, where was I? I am a poet. I turn words into slaves, or better yet, sun rays. I engrave page after 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 page with rhythmical rage. You see, once I engage, the page becomes my stage to wage wars with syllables, consonants, vowels, 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 syllables, consonants, vowels. I howl in the thick of the night to conjure my poetical might. Each word written transforms into light. I am a poet. I dive deep into the infinite world of diction to bring forth image and vision. I'm a scientist who's always in the lab performing experiments with vocab, 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 vocab. I am a poet. I'm a prophet of verb, creating logic with words. I must write and recite, write and recite, write and recite, write and recite. I cannot resist the urge. I am a poet. That's my set. Peace.
Yeah, give it up for Christopher D. Sims. Once again, thanking you for co-producing this collective or this extravaganza as we continue to move forward with our monthly virtual poetry event this evening. And once again, that was Mr. Christopher D. Sims. So give it up for him once again. And we're going to move right on to our third poet for the evening. And of course, if you've been seeing her promoting, she has a special treat for everybody this evening, as well as a special treat that she'll be talking about that will be coming in tomorrow. But she's gonna premiere her special treat for everybody this evening. So once again, we're gonna introduce to you the Empress Poetry. So we want you to meet her, the artist, the poetic activist, the author, the motivational speaker, the mother, known as Empress Poetry. Barbados born and Brooklyn, New York bred, this culturally rich and diverse combo gives her a creatively unique edge, palette, and a horizon-wide canvas. Empress Poetry cleverly weaves language and molds character through the power of the pen. Her signature performance poetry captures the delicate intricacies of life. So once again, introducing to you all the Empress Poetry.
Daughter of the Bachelor. Daughter of Obatala, arise. Open your eyes and see your nightmares are only figments of others' fears. Fixed in a fractured frame like a jigsaw puzzle to represent who they think you should be. See yourself as the quality, one of a kind, designed by the divine, most high grade, organically grown and potent, with healing properties and powers. Hold your Black girl magic wand above your head and bless your own crown. Stand up in your place and know that you could never be erased or duplicated. Understand that you have been authenticated and certified as Mother Earth. First woman on the scene, Empress, Queen. This is your show. Headline like you know, you are a star. Oya to your Shango, you are Hercules Virgo, and you are never to lose your shine. Please keep this in mind, so never again will you walk naive to all that God is doing with and through you, for you know who you are. Good evening, everybody. I'm gonna run right into the set because I'm really excited about what's gonna follow this piece. So if I were a poem, you would think I'm too intense. You would start to summarize before reading to comprehend. You may not even reach the end because of the twists and bends, the cadence and lack of trend. My originality you might call ancient. To get my prose, you must be patient. Open to interpretation and not judgment. You must feel my vibe. Understand my metaphors. Feel the beat I ride. Catch jokes on the inside, read in between lines. If you read this poem, its meaning would be defined within each sentence. But again, you must be patient and you must feel my vibe. Okay, so that's my two pieces. And my next piece is my first single. It's gonna go live later on tonight at 12:01 on all the streaming platforms, but it is my greatest pleasure to present to you guys Journeys. It's by Ian Bass Boy Voice featuring Empress Poetry. Enjoy.
Across a blanket made of brown mudcloth. I reached my arms out and welcomed you to the motherlands. You entered at Cairo and made your way to the Sahara deserts where the heat intensified even as you created oasis after oasis, making it as wet as the Amazon jungle. You climbed the high mountains of Kenya and dipped into the rift valleys. Your body spoke a language as smooth as the French that flows in Sierra Leone. Slowly you made your way to Mecca, moving skillfully around the pyramids of Giza, creating such excitement that the head of the Sphinx started spinning. Isis and Ra woke from their mummified state and gazed in amazement as you broke the dam and allowed the river Nile to flow freely. You wrote hieroglyphics on my walls and then headed for more. sat back last night and reminisced on the first time that we made love. I smiled as those memories flooded my mind and I relived that journey. Oh, I remember. I remember looking into your eyes and comparing them to twinkling stars. You laid me across a blanket made of black velvet. I reached my arms up and welcomed you to the universe. You encircled my planet, recreating the rings around Saturn, conjuring delusions as dense as the bands of clouds on Uranus. You moved with the ease of the retrograde rotation of Pluto. I swear, I've seen as many as the 8 moons on Neptune when you touched my spot, increasing my body temperature to the photosphere of the sun. I landed on Venus, struggling to breathe as you sailed through the Milky Way. You went so deep that it was as if you were digging the canals on Mars, and the passion within me flowed like lava on Mercury. You reproduced nuclear reactions deep within the core of my existence. The explosions went off and I saw shooting stars and Halley's comets. And a kiss caressed me as I descended to Earth. I sat back last night and reminisced on the first time that we made love. I smiled as those memories flooded my mind and I relived that journey. Oh, I remember.
That's my set for the evening, ladies and gentlemen. That's Journeys on all platforms starting at 12:01 Valentine's Day. Ian Voice, blessings to you, King. You did that. Good night.
Yeah, so once again, give it up for the Empress Poetry. And once again, that's her new single. You'll be able to get that, as she's mentioned, starting midnight tonight. So definitely get yourself ready for that song. So we got the premiere of that right here. Once again, we gave it an exclusive. So once again, just continue to like this page, Bassment Entertainment, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also follow us on Instagram. We thank everybody that's been watching and supporting us so far as we continue to move on with the program. And once again, we just wanted to thank everybody for sharing so far. Continue to share, continue to bring people in to watch all of this display of poetry that is happening here this evening from the Black Poet Matters. Once again, a poetic soundtrack for the times, our monthly virtually poetry event. This is actually session 19 in our series that was started back in 2020. See how fast time goes. Started in 2020 and now it's already 2022. A lot of people here look 2 years older than they did when we started, but the poets themselves look 2 years younger as they continue to bring forth that light and that shine to the world. So once you continue to roll with us, every year that we go stronger, we look a year younger. So once again, we're going to continue on with the program this evening. Going to introduce to you none other than Baba Ngoma, who is a performance poet, a multi-instrumentalist, singer, songwriter, and paradigm shifter, who for over 50 years has used culture as a tool to raise social, political, and spiritual consciousness through work that encourages critical thought. He's a member of Amira Baraka's The Spirit House Movers and Players and the contemporary freedom song duo Serious Business. He weaves poetry and song that raise contradictions and searches for a solution to a just and peaceful world. Ngoma was selected as the Beat Poet Laureate of New York for 2017 by the National Beat Poetry Foundation. Conversation with Esu, his latest CD, features poetry, jazz, funk, reggae, and blues. His poem, USDA Certified Nutricide, is included in Birds Fall Silent in the Mechanical Sea. And he recently released a book I did not come to tap dance as he's holding that book up right now. So once again, just gonna introduce to you all brother Baba and Ngoma.
Hey y'all, how y'all doing? It's good to be here. Let's kick this off. But this is the book. I didn't come here to tap dance, and the first poem I'm gonna do will be from it, but let's roll. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, freedom. Oh, me. And before this day, I'll be buried in my grave. And I fight for the right to be free. Where I come from. I come from back of the bus and colored water fountains. I come from segregated toilets and no niggas or dogs allowed. I come from segregated and unequal schools with hand-me-down books. I come from sit up in the balcony. I come from you can't buy a house in this neighborhood. I come from you can't eat at this lunch counter. I come from go around the back to get your food. I come from picket lines, bus boycotts, and fire hoses. I come from freedom rides, freedom songs, and jail cells. I come from we've been buked and we've been scorned. I come from we shall overcome. I come from black fists raised high, little Bobby Hutton, Fred Hampton, and George Jackson. I come from street fighting and rebellion, San Quentin and Attica, Black Panthers, young lords and free breakfast programs. I come from runaway slaves. I come from Amiri Baraka, Simba Wachunga, and Watu Wazuri. I come from poor libations on ancestors' graves. I come from the struggle to be free, to be free, to be free. I thought I'd start out with that one since it's Black History Month. Yeah. This is called Ghost of Harlem Past, Babylon in Babylon. Harlem, oh Harlem, oh Harlem, my pen bleeds for you. Howling like a dog in heat on a full moon night, suffering root shock since the tree of life was bulldozed. Lost forever buried in concrete, invisible, wandering like a lost soul trying to find this name, battling extinction, babbling on in Babylon, telling endless stories of the people and the places and the faces that they've seen, both in this life and the past. The door to the past leads to the future, not to repeat the bitter with the sweet. Oh yes, I remember sweet, like hot donuts and Georges and bean pies and fish sandwiches from the Muslim steak and take when you got the munchies. School was at the crossroads, 125th and Lenox from a stepladder listening to Malcolm, Marcus, and Carlos Cook. Across from the Teresa Hotel where Fidel stayed, because they wouldn't give him a room in the inn downtown, kind of like Jesus and Mary. When Lindy was the hop, before B was the bop, long before hip hop. Maybe some numbers runners and a bootleg or two, Langston Renaissance, Claude McKay and Zora too. These sweet memories I bring to you, babbling on in Babylon, where Malcolm was assassinated at the Audubon. Summers filled with menacing, ordered a feather and tap a window, talent night at the Apollo, before boys were shipped overseas to fight old men's wars, before the smack and the crack, buying the latest LP from Sakulu's Record Shack, checking out Miriam and Hugh Grayson in the grass. Before Bad Thomas St. Carol waved his pearl-handled pistol in the air at Harriet Tubman's school and was then assassinated. We still go through the Cotton Club. Duke's spirit still lives there. The late-night eat spot was Wells, where chicken and waffles dwell, long before IHOP got Christopher Columbus fever and discovered it. When African vendors line 125 Street selling their wares, incense and oil in the air, I'm just here bringing your memory back to black, babbling on in Babylon. Oh Harlem, oh Harlem, oh Harlem, my pen bleeds for you. Doing? Let's switch up a little bit. Give me just a second, I'm sorry. Yeah, here we go. So, this is a 3-string cigar box guitar. When Africans were brought here and made into slaves, they couldn't bring their instruments with them, and they made instruments out of whatever they could find, and they made a guitar, a 3-string guitar out of cigar boxes. They were popular around 1835, and they're beginning to resurface now. This one's got a nice pickup in it so you can hear it good. Come on a Mayflower, came on a good ship, Jesus. I'm a star, Matilda, Henrietta Marie, chain bound and shackled from Gory to Lamina Castle, copper and tobacco, sugar and Manila. You ain't paid your dues. You ain't paid your dues. You ain't paid your dues to sing my blues, to sing my blues. Stopped on Ebo Landing, try to walk on water. I'm a runaway, I'm a renegade, I'm a son of a dusty daughter. You ain't paid your dues. You ain't paid your dues. You ain't paid your dues to sing my blues, to sing my blues. Dear Mark Beasley in Charleston, Nanny of the Maroons, Nat Turner and John Brown, Harriet Tubman, freedom bound, You ain't paid your dues. You ain't paid your dues. You ain't paid your dues to sing my blues, to sing my blues. From sun up to sundown, black babies sold by the pound, ancestors buried in hallowed ground. You ain't paid your dues. The whole world seemed like a big plantation. I'm just trying to get my reparations, 'cause you ain't paid your dues. You ain't paid your dues. You ain't paid your dues to sing my blues, to sing my blues. Yeah. What's up, y'all? That's me for today, y'all. Thank y'all for listening. This was Black History Month, so I had to do some Black History stuff, you know?
Yes, sir. You are a living library, sir. Thank you.
Yeah, and once again, everybody, just give it up for Baba and Ngoma.
Oh yeah, the book.
Yes, just hold up that book once again so they can see it. And
there's a link to it. There's a link to it there, and it's called "I Didn't Come Here to Tap Dance."
Yeah, the link.
It's on Lulu. It's also on Amazon, but we ain't pushing Amazon because they ain't right. So it's on Lulu. Go to Lulu, put in "I Didn't Come Here to Tap Dance" in Ngoma Hill. Pick it up.
Yeah, and the link is right there in the chat for everybody that's watching on Facebook, so you can get the direct link to get that book, as well as the link from all of the performers who performed the Salt Fort. I does have a book available. So once again, we just thank everybody for joining in with us this evening as we continue to move on with our program. And once again, as it was just mentioned, that this is Black History Month. You know, we do this event every month, but once again, it's Black History Month, so you'll hear that theme pretty much throughout the poetry and even through some of the music. So we're just going to take a little musical break, and then we'll be right back for the second half of our program this evening.
Put your bad self. Say it louder. Say it louder. Look here. Some people say we got a lot of malice. Some say it's a lot of nerve. But I say we won't quit moving until we get what we deserve. We've been buked and we've been scorned. We've been treated bad, talked about, as sure as you born. But just as sure as it takes 2 eyes to make a pair, brother, we can't quit until we get our share. Say it loud. Say it loud.
Once again, just take this time out to go like our page, Bassment Entertainment. Also subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also follow us on Instagram. So once again, just take that opportunity to do so at this moment.
You know, all the work I did was for the other man. But now we the man's a chance to do things for ourselves. We're tired of beating our head against the wall and working with someone else. Say it loud. Say it loud. Say it loud. Say it loud. Ooh-wee, you get me. All right, out of sight. All night, so tough, you're tough enough. Ooh-wee, you're killing me. Say it loud.
Black, I'm proud.
Say it loud.
talented format. I'm kicking the earth like a doormat. The more I grow, the more I understand. And I don't really care about a grafted man, cause he wants to mold me, shape, and carve me. But I use my mind like Marcus Garvey. Dr. King was a man with a new faith. They got rid of him. That was the last day. Clue was Klux, the man of a clan. Called to crucify the intelligent black man. Honor is African to die as a dweller. Reach out to teach like Nelson Mandela. Power for all my people. The rebels back and the brothers are equal. So let's unite so we can all resist him. Black, the shade of the solar system. Freedom of speech, I scream it loud. Proud to be black, cause black I'm proud. Black I'm proud. Can't stop the blood rush. Black I'm proud. Can't stop the blood rush.
So once again, we thank everybody for joining us this evening right here on Black Poet Matters.
It's calm yet wild, the style that I speak. Just deal with facts and you will never get weak in the heart. In fact, you'll start to illuminate knowledge to others. In a song, let me demonstrate the force of knowledge. Knowledge reigns supreme. The ignorant is ripped to smithereens. What do you mean when you say I'm rebellious? Cause I don't accept everything that you're telling us. What are you selling us? The creator dwelling us. I sit in your unknown class while you're failing us. I failed your class cause I ain't with your reasoning. You're trying to make me you by seasoning. My mind with CJ Run. See John walking a hardcore New York. Come on now, it's like a chocolate cow. It doesn't exist, no way, no how. It seems to me that in the school this ebony, African history should be pumped up steadily, but it's not. And this has got to stop. See spot, run, get spot. Insulting to a black mentality, a black way of life or a jet black family. So I include with one concern that you must learn. Yo, Chris. Whoa. Hold up, D. Hold up, D. We're gonna see if they're really ready for this. Are y'all having fun tonight? I said, are y'all having fun tonight? I believe that if you're teaching history, deal with straight up facts, no mystery. Teach the student what needs to be taught.
Of course, if you know the song, just get ready for this history lesson from KRS-One, the Big Down Productions.
Cause you don't know that you ain't just a janitor. No one told you about Benjamin Banneker, a brilliant black man that invented the almanac. Can't you see what KRS is coming at? Well, Eli Whitney, Haile Selassie, Granville Woods made the walkie-talkie. Louis Latterman improved on Edison. Charles Drew did a lot for medicine. Garrett Morgan made the traffic lights. Harriet Tubman freed the slaves at night. Madam C.J. Walker made the straightening comb. But you won't know this if you weren't shown. The point I'm getting at, it might be hard, is we're just walking around brainwashed. See what I'm saying? It's not to diss a man. We need the 89 school system, one that caters to a black return, because you must learn. What up, cameraman? Look at you say, oh! We're not through with the ragga stuff. We're not through with the ragamuffin stuff yet, man.
Another summer. Sound of the funky drummer. Music hitting your heart, cause I know you got soul. Hey, listen if you're missing, y'all. Swinging while I'm singing. Hey, giving what you're getting. Knowing what I know in. While the black band's sweating. In the rhythm I'm rolling. Gotta give us what we want. Gotta give us what we need. Hey, our freedom of speech is freedom of death. We got to fight the powers that be. Fight the power. 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 We got to fight the powers that be. As the rhythm's designed to bounce with calcium that the rhyme designed to fill your mind. Now that you realize the prize arrives, we got to pump the stuff to make it tough. From the heart, it's a start, a work of art to revolutionize, make a change, something strange. People, we are the same. No, we're not the same, cause we don't know the game. What we need is awareness. We can't get careless. You say, what is this? My beloved, let's get down to business. Mental self-defense of fitness. Don't rush the show. You got to go for what you know.
Once again, we just rock with you with some music before we start our second set of the evening.
To get funky and radical hip as I get to the point. Rock this funky joint. Wait a sec, the teacher's got to check the intellect, but I'm a step didn't give you it, but give you what? The beat or the chief I often come to taste it up, but must not be just enough to manifest the fabric mathematics, black be that of Asiatic, rock the doing subtract the static, then that you rock into my concept. Now I got to stand for this why civilized it hip hop rhyme from a black mind to kicking it to you all the time. Islam, you like a more a peace sign, represents my way of life and this be that of Islam. I'll take my time, think before I manifest the rhyme, sharp and accurate to stop the music on a dime. Knowledge me acapella, wisdom G, I'm manifesting, understanding, understood, so there's no need for I keep you guessing. Follow me now, see I be rocking. The second hand is ticking, still the posse don't be clocking. Controllers of the clock be ticking closer to the point. Rock this funky joint, posse backing me, easy now, star. You know exactly who we are. We're righteous teachers, try BPRT for short. Now then one more. Or am I too much for the mental? Proceed, teacher, please. Just keep it sorta simple like hip hop. Yeah, complicatedly I place it according to the moods of my intellect. Step for step, I step a little closer to the point. Rock this funky joint. But I'm your teacher, I teach ya. Rocker when I rock ya. The king I call means a different style of hip hop. Smooth like a wise word, spoken from a prophet. Rough like a slave trying to get away. See, I'm combined with two kinds of rhyme trying to reach ya. The knowledge of myself makes me a poor righteous teacher. Stop to flip the topic, Islamically I drop it. My duty be to teach, so keep your pistol in your pocket. I self, and master, traveling faster as I get closer to the point. Rock this funky joint.
Can't figure the one that has the finger on the trigger. Boom, in the cut, zoom. In the darkness, the halo, the moon. Step into your real soon. Check the blackness. Me before those acted the likeness. Masturbating, masquerading, and you call yourself righteous. Follow me, a peripheral missionary and arc witness, having intercourse with a nation of darkness. Books with worms, Jerry's with last names like perms. Niggas, get your hands off your crotch, come to terms with yourself. If you don't get any bigger, pink caddy driving black boots stomping, yes, I'm that kind of nigga. Brother J, what you say? Brother J, what you say? Brother J, what you say? Brother J, what you say?
Yeah, I'm just a pro-black nigga and I'm doing this. And you just watch me clock me to see if I continue this. In the ways of the caddy, I survive like a pimp. No Jerry curls, wave perms or crimps. The ever nappies gon' set in the mood. I'll raise my fuel for my firm attitude. Walking through the streets with my war cry spear. Certain folks know what means doom when they hear my firm black boots and no spurs attached. But let me give a second cause I might detach ya. My black boots if you confused. I lose my peoples in the words you choose. For right or what's wrong or man what you think. Except my back, so how the hell you just pink? And yet you wanna be down, clown. So many wanna be down with the illogical odd. Stepping through your K-boy crew. You nest the walls with your ball hairdo. Media weapons, news at 11. Paper at 6 or systematic tricks. And that's why I do what I do. Say how I feel so you get it on the real. True, any rapper will subdue. Try to cut some petty business and submit my whole crew. But front page says outrage. There's no gauge cause it's time for the Mac. Tune in your radio, video, stereo and all that. To the vibes of the pro-black. It's like that as I wind up my wrist. Check out the smack of the scientific fist. Born on level to the east I flow. Cause in freedom or death there's no choice you know. Still on the topic of the PRO. I wanna pass the verb stick to brother PXO.
Over and under as I progress to this. Got no time to be hanging out with humanists. Raise a flag, 5 to tag, the hand clutch the fist. Serving nationally comes the diss. Humanity keepers witness, wheat bread eaters. Milwaukee the brutality, how can you dismiss? So, off to the road we go, you know. Follow the pro nigga flow. Off to the road, you know we go. Follow the pro nigga flow.
Yeah, once again, I want to welcome everybody that is watching the Black Poet Matters this evening as we continue to move on with our program. Just to take a musical break as we do for every month. So once again, this is the Black Poet Matters poetic soundtrack for the times. Do remember that we do have a book available from some of the poets that you've been hearing this night in our Black Poet Matters poetic anthology for the times. That is available on Lulu. That link will be posted later on as well. But just do remember once again that this is Black Poet Matters poetic soundtrack for the time as we continue to move on with our second set. We once again just thank everybody that's joining us this evening. Continue to share the love, share the videos, continue to like the page, subscribe to the YouTube channel, as well as follow us on Instagram. So we thank and appreciate everyone that is here joining us this evening. As we continue to move on, we're going to introduce to you the first poet for our second set. She returns once again. She made her debut with us last month, and here she is once again. And also want to remind everybody before I introduce her that once again, as we do this every month, there's usually a theme every month. This is the Black History Month, as they call it. But next month will be Women's History Month. So stay tuned for next month. We'll have all female poets performing on this platform in March. So March 13th. So we want to get everybody ready for that. So this is the time where the brothers will sit down and just lift up the sisters, as we'll have an all female cast next month. But as we continue on, we're going to introduce another one of our female poets. Once again, she joined us last month, and she's here once again. She goes by the name of Poetic, Marcia Mello. She's a lover of music of all kinds and has been writing poetry off and on for the past few years. She has performed at many poetry events and virtual poetry events as well. And whenever needed, she is there, as she is here with us this evening. And currently working on her poetry book for 2022, which we're looking out for. That's coming soon. What inspired her to write poetry is the problems of the world today and how we as a people must fight to make a change. Making people aware, motivating them, and showing love is the key to our unity. And promoting love, peace, and unity is what she does best. And prior to writing poetry, she pursued a rap career while living in California and met a lot of talented artists. She looks forward to spreading the word through her poetry, delivering a strong message while healing, uplifting, and encouraging others. So once again, introducing to you all, Miss Marcia Mello.
This is state of emergency, bitches. What you want me to do? I'm sorry. I'm back. Let's go get him, Just. Hey, 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 hey. Show me what you got, little mama. Show me what you got, bird lady. Show me what you got, shawty. Show me what you got, baby. Hands up and wave, 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 and wave. Get a drummer some. Shit, I already gave the summer some. It's the winter's turn. Hobie Hove is the coldest. I just get better with time. I'm like Opus. One, young, no two alike like a snowflake. Okay, show me what you got, babe. Words are slurring, engine purring. Mommy front, but I'm so determined. Shots up a drone, now she in the zone. I ain't talking about the 2-3. Mommy in the zone like the homie 2-3. Jordan and chains make no difference. We all ball in the same.
Thank you. I am Poetic, Marcia Mello. You can find me on YouTube under My Truth, My Spoken Words, Mello 1204. I am unapologetically Black, and I always will be. And if you don't wish to hear my truth, then I advise you to educate yourself quickly, because the words that I say and the things that I speak are backed up by my truth, no matter what they say. This poem is called You're Black. Black is beautiful. Black is sweet. Black is proud and so unique.
Yes, I have that melatonin skin, super dark, chocolate, and loving the skin that I'm in. See, some might ask, why is my skin so dark? Then I educate them how dark is so bizarre. See, you can't do nothing without black. And once the night hits, then black will be back. The most popular color in your Crayola box. And you're not nothing without that sexy black dress or that black suit to rock. So if anybody judge you because of the color of your skin, then let them know your black is proud, and then you let them in on how your black is beautiful, your black is sweet, your black is proud and so unique. Your black is winning, and all can see that you're original, the original kings and queens of this country. And yes, you're black. Next poem is called The Color. When I wrote this poem, I thought about the ways of the world and how it's so much hatred and discrimination in this world, and how my parents didn't raise me to hate and to discriminate because of one color. They taught us to love everyone the same. This poem is called The Color. All of my life, I've been black. And when I was younger, I didn't know it was a problem with that. Because Mom, she saw no color. And Dad, he didn't care. But this cold, cold world showed me hatred, so now I fear. Because why do some see color when I'm just me? I cry like you cry, and I bleed like you bleed. Trying to make it in life, yes, I'm trying to achieve. So why do they hate? Because the color of me. The color, yes, there's many colors of me. Step out of line and disrespect, you'll see that red ignite quickly. They want to hate, discriminate. Well, there's a color for that too. A matter of fact, there's 3 colors, and it's the red, the white, and the blue. If I was orange, oh yes, orange, I bet they wouldn't even care if I lied in your face, caused many deaths, and I wore crazy hair, Mr. Trump. But instead, I am black, so I'm labeled as a threat. But no, I'm not. I'm a queen, and I'm here to represent the color. Next poem is called Hey Black Girl, and this is dedicated to all my sisters, all my brown and black sisters. So we're beautiful. Hey black girl, can I whisper in your ear and tell you some things that you might not hear? We was blessed by God and have a magnitude of strength. So when you're feeling overwhelmed, then just regroup and push again. Your beautiful smile and your natural frame was passed down by our ancestors, while others tried to duplicate. Many have tried, but the original can't be changed. So embrace what you have, girls, and don't never feel ashamed. Hey, black girls, can I whisper in your ear and remind you of your beauty, just in case you didn't hear? Your melatonin skin, your shape, your lips, your style, your smile are all unique. You're winning, black girls. Yes, we're winning. Hey, black girls, can I whisper in your ear and tell you some things that you might not hear? You're shining like a diamond and you're attracting like a bee. So do your thing, black girls, so that they all can see you're beautiful. Yes, we're beautiful. Hey, black girl, can I whisper in your ear? Hey, black girl, just in case you didn't hear. Hey, black girl. Hey, black girl. Hey, beautiful, strong, dominant, loving, black girl. You're beautiful. Next poem. It's called Unleash My Child. When I wrote this poem, I thought about Mr. George Floyd and what some had witnessed, seeing this man actually be murdered by the hands of police, the ones that's supposed to serve and protect us, but they didn't serve and protect him. This poem is called Unleash My Child. Unleash my child and let him be free. Let him be free. Yes, let him be free. 'Cause what could he do to be treated like this? For this is so inhumane, something a mom would never wish to ever witness their child be degraded like this. 'Cause I raised him right, yet you're bringing him pain. Take your hatred out on him? Yes, because you're insane. Now, if it wasn't for a witness, don't know what you'd do next. He had his hands up while you had your knee on his neck. Unleash my child and let him be free, 'cause you've done enough to him mentally. Now, I must pray hard and help him to heal from all of the pain, all of the hurt that you've made him feel. Yes, you make the good cops look bad, you see, because there's no reason for you to treat my child this ugly. Unleash my child. Please unleash my child. Unleash my child and let him be free, because we've had enough of this police brutality. Your job is to serve. Yes, serve and protect all citizens, no matter if you're white or you're black. But yet and still, my people are being treated differently. Quick to frisk, quick to shoot, quick to kill, quick to be mishandled, misled, mistreated, you see? Well, black lives do matter. Let's get that right and quickly. Now unleash my child and let him be free. Unleash my child. Please unleash my child. Unleash my child. Next poem is called That Skin. Once upon a time, people wasn't kind of my chocolate skin. Well, they'd call me dark names and said mean things, but my confidence wouldn't let them in. You see, I was created by God, and my roots don't hide that I'm here from the motherland. So this dark skin, this skin that I'm in, is by far unique and something some might not understand. You see, we come in all shades, and yes, we're beautifully made, and we're built to stand the test of times. So while they try to get this skin that I'm in, then please remember that I was blessed with mine. Yes, that skin. Last poem is called Hair Like Mine. People often ask about this hair like mine. Am I really this happy with my hair this nappy? As they stop, look, and stare. Am I embarrassed by my hair? Well, to the ignorance of today, here is what I have to say. I am proud of every nap. So was my ancestors, in fact. So let them stare. Yo, I don't care, 'cause I know they dig this hair. You see, some will judge the outer you before learning the inner you. It's a shame, but it's okay. It's called the ignorance of today. So that's the reason that I don't mind, 'cause in time, I know they're one hair, just like mine. Thank you.
Yeah, so once again, give it up for Miss Mello. Once again, thanking you for joining us for a second time on the Black Poet Matters. And, you know, she definitely gave a message to the women as well as to the men. So hopefully everybody that was listening got that message that she spoke in your ears as she did and spoke about our father, our brother, our uncle, the son, George Floyd. So once again, we thank the Poetic Marcia Mello for joining us this evening. We thank you all for that's out there joining us this evening as well as we continue on with the Black Poet Matters. So once again, we're going to introduce our next poet who's out there. He goes by the name of Mr. Charles White. He's been here with us since day one, and you know he's here once again. And as we speak about him being one of those day ones, if you watch Bassment Entertainment on YouTube, on Facebook, as well as on Instagram and TikTok, you'll see many of his videos as well as many other videos of those that have performed throughout the months. But he's been here since day one, so he has a multitude of videos of the various poems. You know, he has his own playlist from the various poems that he has done. So once again, at this time, we are going to introduce to you Mr. Charles White, who lives in Rockford, Illinois, but he was born and raised in New Orleans. He began performing poetry almost 30 years ago. He has won several poetry slams. In 2018, he won one of 6 prizes in the Rockford New Play Festival. He is married with 3 children. He's an English teacher at the Winnebago Juvenile Detention Center. And lastly, he also has several degrees, all concentrated in education. So once again, we introduce to you this evening Charles White.
Can you feel it? Nothing can save ya, but this is the season of catching the vapors. And since I got time, what I'm gonna do to tell you how they spread it throughout my crew. Well, you all know T.D. Swan, who sang on my records. Make the music nobody beats the biz, well check it. Back in the days before this began, he used to try to talk to this girl named Fran. The type of female with fly Gucci wear, with big truck jewelry and extensions in the hair. When Swan tried to kick it, she always fessed, talking about, nigga please, you work for UPS. Since he wasn't no type of big drug dealer, my man T.J. Swan didn't appeal to her. But now he trucks gold and wear fly ballet boots, rough leather fashion and tough silk suits. Now she stopped fronting and wants to speak and be coming to all the shows every single weekend. To get his beeper number, she be begging please, dying for the day to get skis. She caught the vapors. She caught the vapors.
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to thank you for welcoming me back to Black Poet Matters. And it's been a while since I've been on the platform because there's been various life changes that have been going on throughout the last few months. But I must say that it's always a pleasure to be amongst so many great melanated poets, brothers and sisters that are speaking their truths. I mean, as only we can speak them because we live these experiences every day, and our ancestors lived them too, and we still feel that pain even 400 years later after our ancestors arrived here in 1619. So as far as my first piece is one I wrote a while back, not too long ago, that's titled, "The Brown Defines Me." The brown of my skin defines me. It's who I am, guides me to where I need to be. The ancestors whisper in my ear, "Don't fear, we made it through Jim Crow and slavery." The brown defines me. As ugliness and hate continues to push America in a future direction, one of division and poisonous rhetoric. I must endure like the field hands and blues men of yesteryear. The brown defines me. I witness mental death in the classroom, brown kids dying of ignorance. It creates bitterness in my heart as I watch a generation lost to bullets and blood. Yet the brown defines me. As I listen to these whispers, don't give in, but fight the oppression and educate from the well of truth. That's my first piece. The next one is one I wrote a few years ago that's titled, Hey Black Man. There's actually a story behind this poem that came to my attention recently, a few months ago, because that this poem is actually online on a site that's titled Medium. And there is a young man out in Richmond, Virginia that found this poem. And then what he did was he took it and he decided to perform it in his community. I didn't know who he was. His mother contacted me a few months ago in my email, and this young man who's like 10 years old has been performing my poem in Richmond, Virginia for the past few months at all types of events. So I found that to be, I was honored that he did that, but I was also very surprised and humble that the young brother took the time to even read my work. So this piece is titled, Hey Black Man. It's not easy wearing these dark shoes. A black man's shoes are painful and covered in the dust of slave shacks. Living in America in fear of life being blasted to bits due to the fear of the melanin coloring his skin. He wonders, does his Black life matter? Navigating through daily struggles, anger bubbling in his soul, ancestral strength keeps him moving towards the goal. Can't allow mishaps to derail. To fail is not on the agenda. Continue in memory of forefathers who did die at the whip. Hangman's noose. Let's lose history. It's not a mystery. Blood soaks the soil of the USA, not in the past, but today. The price is too high to pay to return to yesterday. We must mend broken human ties, ourselves to hate, but build a new fate and rise above the fray to create a new day built on equality. That's my second piece. The next piece is titled An Ode to Ahmad, and that's about Ahmad Arbery, of course, who was murdered by three racist white guys down in Georgia. And Ahmad running, warm sun hugging his shoulders, being American, enjoying his freedom. 3 monsters wanted to chain him like days of old. Say, boy, stop. Master talking, you ain't free. Your melanin says you can't be. Not in the belly of ancient cotton and slave shacks. My whiteness compels me. To hell with your life. Halt or die. Fight if you must, but I will win. Steal your life and walk free. But that's not the end. Justice served to 3 malice-filled men. 11 whites put their own in the pen. It's been too long, but the scales tipped. Justice replaced a blindfold and allowed humanity to bend, sending evil to a deserved end. That's the end of my third piece. The next one is titled The Blues of Martin. I wrote this with the Martin Luther King Day just a few weeks ago. He built a dream from powerful words, spoke over masses of eager dreamers, ready to break the chains of oppression, change America towards an equal direction. The blues of Martin, is his dream shot dead? Was equality all in our heads? Did aspiration die with him in Memphis, extinguished by a trigger finger? Did hate win that day as he lay breathing out his last? I wonder what he wanted to say. The blues of Martin. Is his dream shot dead? Was equality all in his head? Was equality all in our heads? Is Martin gazing down? Is a frown laying on his face as he wonders where is human grace? Is compassion and mercy deceased? The blues of Martin. Is his dream shot dead? Was equality all in our heads? I bet he still ponders a table of brotherhood as he watched the hood devour black bodies, Floyd dying by the boot of oppression, his work left undone as he sings the blues of Martin. Is his dream shot dead? Was equality all in his head? That's the end of that one. The next one I have is titled, since it's also Valentine's Day, I have one called 4 a.m. Blues. Up eyes, bloodshot, hot passion spent, bent on touching forever, but 4 a.m. chased you away. Walked out the door, heels clacking on the hardwood floor as you turned, flashed lips painted in blood, eyes glimmered with the devil in the pupil, but 4 a.m. chased you away. A smoking circle wafted to the ceiling. An ashtray was laid with a single cigarette, a red tint on the tip. Reminded me of those luscious lips, 2 shot glasses nestled on the table, brown liquor staining the glass. As I watched that beautiful round ass cross the threshold as 4 a.m. came and you closed the door. A narrative dedicated to my queen, Olympia, who was my wife. The last one I'm going to read is titled, I Am a Blues Poet. I write the blues with the blood of ancestors. I fill my pen and scribble memories of hurt and hope. I am a blues poet. Guitar riffs sprinkle my soul. Dirty South growls in every phrase I roll. Red dirt roads and cotton fields lace my words. Every syllable in my mind's eye gives rise to field hollers and busted dreams. I am a blues poet. Guitar riffs sprinkle my soul. Dirty South growls in every phrase I roll. Federo tilted as I walk over decades of blue Mondays and managed trails. A wolf howls in the distance as I backdoor man my way into your heart. I am a blues poet. Guitar riffs sprinkle my soul. Dirty South growls in every phrase I roll. Thank you for your time. And that's my set. It's always a pleasure.
Yes. So once again, we thank Charles White for joining us once again on this platform, the Black Poet Matters. So once again, we thank everybody for joining us this evening as we continue to move forward. Continue to like our page on Bassment Entertainment. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Also follow us on Instagram. So once again, it's Black Poet Matters, our virtual monthly poetry event that we do here. So once again, we're going to continue to move on and move forward. We have a new entry. She's joining us this evening for the first time, but she shouldn't be too nervous because she's been doing this for a while. And once again, this is something that, poetry is just something that she is into. So we're going to introduce to you Stacy Dyson. She's a poet, a cappella vocalist, playwright who specializes in the life and times of the Black woman. Ms. Dyson has done program design, residencies, workshops, and live performances in all sorts of places. And in Colorado, Oklahoma, Massachusetts, New Mexico, South Dakota, Nebraska, just to name a few, and all over San Diego. She's the author of 7 collections of poetry. She has also created 5 CDs of poetry and spoken word. She's a former poet laureate of Imagination Celebration, that's of Colorado Springs. She's also a nominee for poet laureate for the state of Colorado overall. She's a founder and lead poet of Dragon's Wings in Colorado Springs, and also co-founder and lead poet for Page to Stage Women's Words in San Diego. She's also a Peaks Pike Community Foundation Individual Merit Award recipient, a Colorado's Women's Playwriting Festival winner for her play, Fanny's Girls, a former 1 and 5-part attitude, and a TED speaker. Currently, Stacy is working on a tour to promote her newest collection of poetry, Lovely and Suffering, and follow me on this. Later this year, she'll be writing a play about sisters and their relationships called August 5000. Introducing to you all, Stacy Dyson.
Hello, everybody. I am really glad to be here. The pieces that I'll be reading for you tonight, with the exception of the last piece, are from my book, Lovely in Suffering. And I'm going to start with the title piece. I want to stop dreaming their names. I want to stop breathing their last words. I want to stop washing my hands for 20 seconds of what's going on and precious Lord, take my hand. I want to stop sitting on conference calls, numb or crying because another fake 911 lynching murder was top news when I turned on my phone. I tell a lot of lies about allergies these days. I want to be able to call Brianna's name without aching and being sick, crying for 2 hours. I need people to stop reminding me that Jesus was a rebel. Jesus was a warrior. Keep my Savior's name out of your mouth if you cannot use it properly. I am exhausted. In the search for just a bit more calm, just a little more reason. I am not out of patience. I am finished being patient. I am tired of warning you to learn the difference. There is nothing more volatile than a Black woman who has made friends with both her beauty and her pain. And we are lovely and suffering right now. We are lovely and suffering right now. We are lovely and suffering right now. The next piece is called Directive. I keep hearing, we should have that conversation. We need to have that conversation. We should open that conversation. I don't remember y'all wanting to chit chat when Emmett Till was murdered by a white woman who later recanted. It was decades too late. The damage had long been done, and her apology fell not only deaf but unbelieving ears. Where was all this need to hold salon when dogs, fire hoses, and Jim Crow ran free in the streets? Y'all talked about us, but you never talked with us. You made decisions based on what you would have done and how you felt, the usual father, master, your betters know better approach. Where was all this rush and haste for dialogue when the First Nations were murdered, displaced, and slaughtered to make stealing their birthright seem God's will? The Trail of Tears should be a scream in every history book, not some careless, barely noted whisper. Where was all this need for wordplay when Japanese Americans lost lifetime dreams and their children because paying taxes and dying in loyalty to this place was not enough to be thought citizens of this place? Where was all the need for conversation when we were begging, striking, marching, bleeding to be included in the conversation? I don't think y'all get it. We have been excluded from talking for so long that now, just because you feel it's time to open a dialogue, you get mad when we don't want to talk to you. When we wanted your attention, we couldn't get it. When we are literally dying to talk about this, you don't need to stage manage the time. When we want to explore possibilities, you either tell us to be happy with what we have or what you would do in our place. You will never be in our place. And to back up, shut up, sit down. But once it affects you, you want to converse, you want to narrative, you want to have coffee and discuss. Let me, Lord, let me calm down. Maybe not. Let me make something burningly clear. Do you understand that white solutions to Black and brown problems will get us killed? Shut your mouth. Let me say that again. White solutions to Black and brown problems will get us killed. Turn off your opinions, open your ears, get used to the idea that we have thoughts and minds and solutions of our own, a way we are forced to navigate through the world that has to be acknowledged. Why don't y'all just talk amongst yourselves while we get the work done? Talk amongst yourselves. Try solving the problems you created. Stop preaching and pacifying. We're not children and church is over. Do you live here? No? Well, here's the protocol. If you're coming to our house to learn, welcome. Take a seat, pour a beverage, mind your manners. If you're coming to instruct, insist, demand, the way too many of y'all do, if you are coming to make decisions for people with a voice and a will of their own, stay home. Lest we beat you to death with the table you think you're entitled to sit down at. "27 erased by 8 equals blood on Daniel Cameron's hands. 27 erased by 8 equals no more dreaming and still no justice, even now. 27 erased by 8 only equals more struggle and rest in power, and I know that mother's tears falling century down century did not keep you safe. I am sorry that our soft voices and white-gloved hands and choir singing were not enough to keep you safe. Sorry that trying to fit into this tapestry, sacrificing to fit into this supposedly sweet and welcoming tapestry was not enough. Our not being angry was not enough to keep you breathing. And I don't know what you had planned for your birthday, but I do know that you were a woman, not a symbol. I know that sometimes you must have fussed with your hair, fussed at your man, fussed about your job, got loud with your girls, got out in the streets singing and swinging and blinging till you could forget about your day. Laid up in the bed some days, watching the rain, made love, made plans. I know that as a Black woman, there were some days you couldn't take it anymore, felt like you couldn't see one more horror, but you stayed in the game. Went back the next day, did your job. There were days when you just got tired of being a Black woman because that's what Black women do. That's what and who we are. We did everything. We were supposed to. We trusted and prayed and held our heads up and made way out of no way. We took it. We worked with it. We held on, held it down, did the work, held it down, held it together, held on and on and on while this country, this place did every wicked thing it could to tear us apart. We did everything we could, used every way we know, every day and night, living the way we are supposed to live to save our children, and it still wasn't enough. Our holding it down, fighting the system, setting streets on fire, soft words, bowed heads, white gloves, swallowed humiliations and words and tears and songs and suffering wasn't enough. The way we have been told to live, that we need to live our entire lives wasn't enough. You were still not safe. You were our daughter, our auntie, our little sister. No, not our mother. Never anyone's mother. We tried everything. You died anyway. Right now, you are on your way to becoming an icon. Your name will go down as a martyr to the cause. I am truly sorry for that, because no one deserves such a hellish honor. 27 erased by 8 should not equal political expedients, cover-ups, lies, does not justify or explain the dirt they tried to bury you with. 27 erased by 8 and wrong, and a mother who will never sleep again because her baby sleeps too young and forever. Why? For what? All she wanted, all anyone ever wants to be, is human, flawed and free and human, flawed and alive and free to be human. The very last piece, I'm going to tell y'all right now, we're about to go to church, so feel free to open up your mics, because even if you're not coming, I'm taking you there. The usual question is why? What made you be a poet? I've heard about how death turned some people, jail time, bad fortune. I can't claim any of that. I am a poet because even at 5, you know when the Lord is talking to you. I am a poet because God laid his hand on me and said, here am I, now speak. So if you hear something in this poem you know and believe, say amen. If you hear something you don't know but want to believe, sing well. And if you don't know and can't believe, then tip your waiter and prove you tried to keep Trump the hell out of office so you will have done something useful with your sorry self. I am a poet because love laid its light on my parents' marriage. They held each other's hearts like jewels, polished with 5 girls, money problems, fights, and good times, so that when my mother said no to the chemo, no to the surgery, no to the cancer, she died smiling in my father's arms. I am a poet because every 7 seconds a woman is raped, because every 2 minutes a child is molested, because every half hour somebody dies alone. And every hour on the hour, government commits genocide while big business pats itself on the back. Because I applaud innovation, but tradition is the fire at which my soul warms itself. I am a poet because my nephew's smiles hang the stars. I have friends and sisters whose personal job it is in life to mess with me all the time. Because my baby misses me so bad when I'm away and loves me back home so sweet. I am a poet because using the language properly is like good sex. If you can't stroke it, kiss it, taste it, and then lay it down till it screams with every intended passion, keep your damn mouth shut. I am a poet because of Aretha Franklin, Langston Hughes, Mahalia Maya, and Dylan Thomas. Mary Evans, Sonia Sanchez, Gato Barbieri, Nora Jones, Duke Ellington, Nikki Giovanni, and Chaka Khan. Because of Alexander Dumas' Père et Fils, Raymond Chandler, Tina Marie, and Johann Sebastian Bach. I am a poet because when Smokey sang, let me be the clock for the time of your life, every woman in the world said, tick-tock, baby. I am a poet because when I was wrong, my parents did not medicate, therapy, or offer alternative behaviors. They smacked my hand, whipped my butt, and made me hold my head up to say, I'm sorry. I am a poet because I am a Black woman in a white world whose prayers to the ancestors bring down fire from the sky, that I kissed into the diamonds I want to hang in your ears, because the words retard, fag, slut, nigga bitch are still accepted and recognized parts of conversation. I am a poet because Sacagawea got jacked up on the gold dollar, Cleopatra was a sister, and because rejecting European standards of beauty, I roll out every morning so damn fine that I am illegal in all 50 states and most of the US territories. I am a poet because I know God, because I know he laid his hand on me and said, here am I, now speak. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Wow, thank you.
Yeah, thank you as well for joining us.
Church.
Yeah, thank you for joining us once again. Once again, everybody that's out there watching, we thank you for joining us for this program. So we're gonna take it down now as we are getting to our final poet for the evening. He's joining us after just a little, I guess, a hiatus, but he's definitely always been with us and, you know, always been out there supporting. So we're gonna bring to you now the next and our final poet for the evening. He goes by the name of Shareef Ali. He's Brooklyn bred. He's a Brooklyn bred poet from or with Guyanese roots. Whether in the cipher or a slam team, Shareef's breathtaking wordplay and powerful metaphors separate him from the crowd. His book, Ghetto Spider, and his music, Walking Atoms, are a taste of his artistry. So we welcome to you all, Shareef Ali.
No music? Can y'all hear me?
Hey, hey, hey.
Yeah, we can hear you. All right, let's go.
Historical legacy is the holdout wing. It's about who roll over and who stand firm still. How the story will be told to the generation coming. It's these kind of things to be careful with. If it's third world poverty and decimated, it's about the down spiral and how we stop it. If you build public service, building a magnificent edifice, then let it be to house magnificent spirit. Imagine how magnificent the sentiment is when you acknowledge serve your people to their benefit. Oh yeah, oh yeah.
All right. Peace and Ngoma. It's been a long time since I've seen you, man. It's good to hear you again. It's been a minute.
Peace, brother. Too.
Yeah.
Good seeing you. Yeah.
So let's go. 3/4 water, equatorial goddaughter. Black sun skin, she's thin in the waistline. Zigzag design, she's Sanskrit and ion. Mystic is sadistics, her ballistics be a neon. These are the things these chicks use to be on. Deeper than squares, she's an embryonic hypnotism, exorcism, realism, metaphase, parallelism, handmade seducer, medusa of your biorhythms, broke back rapper, S&M practice, Aleister Crowley axis, bends him like an axis, satanic demons, beaming up his semen, dreaming up synapses, universe collapses, diverted Icarus, click clack the clitoris, bring back promiscuous, French kiss the licorice, Pythagoras inverted, harmonic sex change, mental propulsion, perverted X-Men. Just gotta get warmed up here. All right, this I dedicate to phone MCs, back poets and assholes. Gunshots come shots and Donnie Brasco's. As I aim precisely, open mics might be. Hot spots and trench coats. Oshkosh, hogwash, Oshkosh, hogwash, pig feet, trench town, covered goat in the yoke. I pinch folks, wake up and upwake, sleepwalk at daybreak. There's a God in your solar plex, so I write like Fallujah, Fatima, Felicia, Mother Teresa, and Sadat X. I'm like Curtis Mayfield, plugging to your libido, before my lobotomy on the chicken, sipping my water halal, plucking meditation, balal, poets off the mic list, open mic this, cough deep, breathe easy, swallow like God's in your throat. I've been freestyling since sand palms, brass feet, woolly hair, and slave boats. My book around reads like slave notes on your navigation screen, from screen doors to kitchen floors, your hardwood, Hollywood with Jay-Z and your oak wood. You're no good, you're dead wrong, you're dead wood, but you're so hood. You bling like Christmas in Ditmas, Projects 37. Your object is still objects. Look, I can't knock it. We all want to profit a portion, but come on, B, 15 kids and 43 abortions, not for me. Keep doing what you're doing to hold me down, killer. Rather write like Killer Priest, soundboy killer, killing the wildebeest, murdering wildebeest, taming the inner beast, eating southern cooking fried rice and chicken grease. But I changed my diet, and you should try it. Now the air is thinner, and my skin is clearer, and the air is thinner. So what's for dinner? It's the carbon atom, black woman chain reaction. Is that carbon atom, black woman chain reaction? I'm pro-action, I'm proactive. I'm not proactive, but I'm active like pros. I'm acting like a pro with a flow in my pro, with a pimp in my perm. I'm a pimp this bitch. I'm the big worm, so act like you know. Act like Reagan, act like Hoover, act like Teddy, act like George Washington was your first American president, then act like Denzel should have been won an Oscar for Soldier Story. Acting so good, forgot who sold the story and told the story in Genesis, John, Leviticus, Acts 1 and 2. This is scene 2. Jesus can't save you because we're tired of your act. When we tired of your ass, you take it up the ass, you take it in and out. When you're amongst kings and queens, keep the slave master's dick out your mouth. All right, I'm warmed up now. I'm gonna do a new joint. So yeah, Benyamin, I've been in hiatus. I've been making some music. Got some stuff coming out. I got a collab joint coming out. I got my own solo project coming out. I got another collab coming out with myself, Brother Earl, Rass, Osayemi, Ayabo Mandingo, Rainmaker, Empress Poetry, Ngoma. I didn't forget you. I have another project I'm gonna hit you up with for the fall. So yeah, I got some stuff coming. So we've been making some moves. So this is a new joint. It's called Carbon 6. 6 protons, 6 neutrons, 6 electrons, 6 reasons why 9 ether is superior. Even in genocide, it showed genes inside, side with genetics, perfected collide with genetics. Is the carbon 6 Metatron, Omnidon, spit back your Omnicron. Read it in Tron, read it in Boson, he gets his flows on. The 6 cipher silhouette, iceberg, no baguette, slim, naughty Jim Crow, him flow hymns, him throw gyms. Study today's mathematics, non-Negro. Study today's quantum ethics, it's the super Negro. New improved prophecy, my legacy, subatomic like the insides of pi. That's 3.14159. Every time you define black, it comes back. 6 inverted, she squared it. You heard it here first. I be the metaverse, inverse, omniverse, omnipotent, potent. Oh God, and all things matter. All matter is black. Black is matter. Black does matter. Light is scattered in dark particles. Particles of light to light up dark matter is just a matter of time. So time is space. So give me space to light up your mind. Dark eternal, curved space, the way she curved hips, the way he curved his grip around his neck and choked the black out of light. Right now, right here, let's get it in. Let's get it on. Gun cocked, gunshot. Gunshot, who shot you? Separate the killers from the coppers. Killer in blue, killer is you. Killer in hue, shades of humanity. COVID hominids, corona sunburst, 1619, mitochondrial vaccine. Vaccinate your vitriol. We all in the same boat. Non-Negro, we on different slave ships, different spaceships. Shipped off to a future. Fractal AI coded, AGI decoded, eroded. Human legacy. Oh, I forgot to mention transcendence, new spiritual ascensions. Attention, attend hut, straight across that catwalk. And rock your Dior, and rock your Gabbana, rock you the sheep and keep your prana. The Adam, Catman, Big the Mana, Soprano, Allah, Allahu Akbar, Bismillah, Lakman Lahim. Know what I mean? Probably not. Probably not. 1 for Elohim and 2 for Salat, 3 for Mishraim and 4 for Ma'at. The one not said, not knows, he knows not. Nothing can hold you. Most of no shit from Shinola. Spit a rhyme so fine, she grind your ass back to Angola. The Abio doing Oshun Payola. Don't take checks, cash, or crypto. Ali Sharif, let's go. I don't want the bag. I want the Akashic Records. I want 9 ether being set free. I want black lives in Chi. I want my niggas to be G-O-Ds. And that's my time.
All right.
Yeah, so give it up once again for Shareef Ali. He came back with a vengeance. So once again, we thank you for joining us this evening. Thank everybody once again that's out there watching the Black Poet Matters as we come to the conclusion of another show. But as we end off every show, this is where we're going to be doing the cipher. This is a portion of the show where we invite all of the poets to come forth and just recite one line as we take it down the line. And we're going to start from the beginning. We're going to hear from Poetic Khan Rass Fiyaa.
These days, I ride the hope waves, grateful for the struggle of being black.
And next, we're going to hear from Christopher D. Sims.
Words, weapons, wisdom, grammar, vernacular, diction, language, dialogue, conversation, lyrics, verses, poetical demonstrations. I swim inside the softness of syllables to become liquidly lyrical. My thought process is rhythmical.
Empress Poetry.
Division plus subtraction multiplied by poverty does not result in equality. So there is need for correction that leads to equity. Feel me?
Next, we're going to hear from Miss Baba Ngoma.
Harriet told me niggas love Jesus more than Jesus loves niggas.
Next, we're going to turn it over to the poetic Marcia Mello.
In a lost and hurting world, we must motivate and inspire others to want more, to do more, and to reach for higher. Because this battle, it isn't yours. It belongs to the higher power. So live, love, and laugh, and enjoy life. Peace.
Charles White.
The brown of my skin defines me. It's who I am. Guides me to where I need to be. The ancestors whisper in my ear. Don't speak. We made it through Jim Crow and slavery. Thank you.
Miss Stacy Dyson. Get her unmuted. There you go.
They say she's got that mammy look. Oh Lord, not the mammy look. Because in between that and her hair, yes, her curly, natural, probably hard to deal with sometime hair, she never had a chance. And last but not least, let's talk about the gap in her teeth.
And we rounding it off with Mr. Shareef Ali.
Black and beautiful, black is eternal. Black is MCs in ether, tether, monolithic, Neolithic gospels, apostles in silhouette, reflect you and God as a sick duet.
Yeah, so once again, we thank you all for joining us this evening. We thank all of the poets, so everybody that's out there watching, just clap it up for them as we continue to end off another program this evening. And just continue to, once again, to subscribe to the channel, like the page, follow us on Instagram, and then definitely, as we mentioned, next month on March 13th, being that it will be Women's History Month, and also within that month, it will be International Women's Day. We're going to have an all-female cast for our next program. So once again, we thank you all for watching this evening, and we're just praying that we get to see all of you. But in the meantime, once again, just share the videos with your friends, and let's keep this thing rolling. Support all of the poets, their books, their YouTube channels, their Facebook pages, their Instagram, and all that. So once again, just continue to support. And once again, we do have a book for the entire collective, The Black Poet Matters, a poetic anthology for the times, which you can find on Lulu, as you can find many of the books from Empress Poetry. And once again, do remember that her song will be dropping in a little less than 2 hours. So get ready for that. And actually, that's where we're gonna end off our program with. We're gonna replay the Empress Poetry Journeys, and so therefore you get yourself ready for the next hour and about 45 minutes to get that, and just hoping that everything is well with everybody. Till next time, God bless.
A blanket made of brown mudcloth. I reached my arms up and welcomed you to the motherlands. You entered at Cairo and made your way to the Sahara deserts where the heat intensified even as you created oasis after oasis, making it as wet as the Amazon jungle. You climbed the high mountains of Kenya and dipped into the rift valleys. Your body spoke a language as smooth as the French that flows in Sierra Leone. Slowly you made your way to Mecca, moving skillfully around the pyramids of Giza, creating such excitement that the head of the Sphinx started spinning. Isis and Ra woke from their mummified state and gazed in amazement as you broke the dam and allowed the river Nile to flow freely. You wrote hieroglyphics on my walls and then headed for more. Night and reminisced on the first time that we made love. I smiled as those memories flooded my mind and I relived that journey. Oh, I remember. I remember looking into your eyes and comparing them to twinkling stars. You laid me across a blanket made of black velvet. I reached my arms up and welcomed you to the universe. You encircled my planet, recreating the rings around Saturn, conjuring delusions as dense as the bands of clouds on Uranus. You moved with the ease of the retrograde rotation of Pluto. I swear I've seen as many as the 8 moons on Neptune when you touched my spot, increasing my body temperature to the photosphere of the sun. I landed on Venus, struggling to breathe as you sailed through the Milky Way. You went so deep that it was as if you were digging the canals on Mars, and the passion within me flowed like lava on Mercury. You reproduced nuclear reactions deep within the core of my existence. The explosions went off and I saw shooting stars and Halley's comets. And a kiss caressed me as I descended to Earth. I sat back last night and reminisced on the first time that we made love. I smiled as those memories flooded my mind and I relived that journey. Oh, I remember.